on, fellas. Dallas, man. I mean, they sliding. They out to play in right now. They're on a losing streak. I mean, can it be? Luka Doncic, the up and coming James Harden, the bearded one, the uppercut. LeBron James. That's my guy, Luka. No shade on you, right? Kyrie Irving. People saying he the problem. Is he? You know. So, what's the main reason why they sliding? I think I kicked this one off. Dave. I think I got you an early doghouse. An early doghouse. What you call it? Nominee. All right.
I'm all ears.
You got it ready, Tombo?
Yes, sir.
Jason Kidd.
My guy, you in the doghouse.
Jason Kidd, man. Listen, I can. First of all, listen to me nip it right now. Whoop! It ain't Kyrie. All right, it ain't Kyrie, y'all. Just let y'all know it ain't Kyrie. I know Kyrie here. I know he got a history. It ain't Kyrie this time. Okay. And I know y'all might got some word from Luka. I'm gonna let y'all handle that part. But Jason Kidd, you my dog, J Kidd. I love Jason Kidd. When Jason Kidd got picked up by the Mavericks, I was excited. I think Jason Kidd was a big reason why the Lakers won that bubble championship. I really do. Frank Vogel, cool, but J Kidd was a big part of that reason. You know, respected NBA champion, assist like multiple All-Star, Hall of Fame, all that stuff. Frank Vogel, I mean, did he even play basketball? No shade to him. All right. Remember last year they were number 3, they were number 3rd defense in the NBA. I remember J Kidd on the sideline, like, come on, like talking, like you know how I rave about Mike Brown. That was J Kidd last year.
Hold on, Joe. I don't want to jump in the middle of your rant, but let's not talk about Mike Brown the rest of the episode.
Okay.
It's still a sore spot, man.
All right. For those who's watching only the segment part of this video, that's a Wizards fan, and Mike Brown. They turned down a job opportunity for Mike Brown.
Yeah.
All right. Just in case you didn't know. So look, here's the thing, y'all. They were the 3rd defense last year. Obviously, always ain't the issue. It's the defense, right? How many defenders they lose this year, David, mid-season? 1. Dorian Finney-Smith. Didn't he leave mid-season? I mean, he just left like 3 weeks ago. I mean, 3 weeks ago, right? Didn't they add a shot blocker and Christian Wood? Is it a shot blocker? That's my check, right? Mm-hmm. So how do you go from the 3rd best defense to the 24th?
They got JaVale McGee too. He's a good shot blocker.
I'm sorry, you don't like that. JaVale McGee. All right. So I thought it was a new sound effect. I heard something. All right. So how you go from the 3rd to the 24th? That's J Kidd. All right. You lose one player. That's coaching. When Luka dropped that 60-point triple-double, me and Tomo was on here, and I said that J Kidd got to find a way to make Luka's job easier versus Luka making everybody else's job. Now, obviously, that's Luka's job. He's the best player. But every play, I mean, like, every play, Luka got to bail us out. Every single play. Come on, J Kidd, you got to step it up, all right? The last time we saw J Kidd as a head coach, he was with who? Milwaukee, right? Who played with Milwaukee? Giannis Antetokounmpo, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was there for 4 years, y'all, and had one winning record, 42-40. His last year there, he got fired. Before he got fired, they went 23-22. All right. Joe Prunty, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, took over and went 21-16 rest of the way. All right. Did a better job than J Kidd. And then guess what happened next season, y'all? Hired Mike Budenholzer. Guess what happened? They went 60-22. I mean, J Kidd, what's up? And this ain't Martin. What's up, my guy? My thing is, you had Joe Johnson, you had Paul Pierce, you had Brook Lopez, you had Deron Williams. That didn't work. You had Antetokounmpo. That didn't work. Now you got Luka. Come on. If the Mavericks don't get it together, right? Luka's gone, y'all. I'm sorry to say, Kev. Luka might be gone in a couple of years. He gonna be telling y'all you're done, son, in a couple of years. All right, but J Kidd, I do believe in you, because you shown us once upon a time that you can lead a great defense. Number 3 overall defense. You showed us once upon a time that you could lead a team to Western Conference Finals. And soon Brunson left. We didn't realize how big of a loss that was. Y'all know they could have extended Brunson, right?
Yes, sir.
They could have extended him for a 4-year, $60 million deal. That's it. But yet they didn't do that. Now he in New York balling. Now New York is actually have a better record than the Mavericks. All right. So sorry to say, Tomo, talk to me.
You want me to
My
say
guy,
you're
you in
done?
the
Son?
doghouse.
But I mean, you said it right there, man. They are the Alice Mavericks, because they don't play. Like that's insane. One player, and since Kyrie's been there, I mean, what he got a 7-12 record with him. I can't blame him too much for it because again, when he got there, the defense wasn't there anyway. So the defense left when he got there, and y'all was saying, and Kyrie's not what Gary Payton. They knew he wasn't coming in there to play defense. They was like, he coming in here to score. He coming in here to assist Luka, and also Joe, we said it on that episode. Someone else has to help. And when Kyrie does help, I mean, when you score, the other team can come down there and score too. Somebody got to make a stop. Like that's just basketball. If can't nobody make a stop, then we just gonna be scoring all day. Like it's just gonna be all day until somebody eventually gets a stop. I do like what you said about J Kidd, but I think it's a higher up issue. I think him and Mark Cuban got to hold hands with this one because Mark Cuban went in there and he listened to Luka and said, "Well, we need to get somebody else." I mean, if Luka made that call to say go get Kyrie, then I think all three of them need to take a long walk in the park because that was idiotic. You go get Kyrie, you trade your defensive player, but you don't bring in another defensive player. I mean, we've all done some financial literacy here. What do they say? If something's going out, then something has to come back in, right? Because if you spending money and ain't no money coming back in, you gonna be broke. And that's what the Mavericks is doing. They got a big hole in their pocket. Or what our parents used to say, that $50 gonna burn a hole in your pocket. And right now, that Kyrie contract about to burn a hole in their pocket because they gonna have to bring in someone else on the defensive side. They went from the 4th seed. You said they was number 3 in defense. They went from the 4th seed. I thought landslides only happened in California.
Oh
man, they fell all the way out of the play-in. The Lakers are moving back up. And recently, Kyrie said this. I think this was after their last, not the Hawks game, but he said this a few weeks ago. I mean, we can't be a championship team overnight. I got it wrapped around in my head, and I'm at peace with it. So he basically like, look, bro, I knew when I got here, we could either make the playoffs, but we weren't probably going to make the championship. Then he also said something about, his goals and everything shifted when he got traded mid-season. So his mind frame is not really the same as it was in Brooklyn. But like I said, it's not your fault, Kyrie. Luka, I got to give you a piece of the pie. Jason Kidd, I'm going to give you also a piece. But Mark Cuban, this is your team. You sign the checks. You make the final call like Jerry. So you didn't allow another defensive player to show up. And now you're all out of Luke. Dave?
No, Andrew.
Tomo, you took you hit it. You hit it right there. You hit it. That's exactly where I was going to go. That's the angle I was going to take. Do y'all know that there was another point guard that played for the Dallas Mavericks that they let go?
Not Dennis Smith, not Kemba Walker.
You said what? Say it again.
It was another point guard that played on the Dallas Mavericks that they let go.
Before Brunson?
Jalen Brunson.
Nope.
Oh, you better take my notes.
Steve Nash.
Oh, Steve Nash. Okay.
They did it all over again.
You had Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki,
and
you let Steve Nash. You let Steve Nash go. Why? And then, like Joe said last year, with Kyrie going to Miami, we're gonna be good. Yeah, go ahead and throw that up there. Go ahead and throw that up there. Hey, Kyrie, come on, my guy. We don't need Kyle Lowry gonna be gone. So come on.
Kyle Lowry coming back. He want a Haslam deal.
Nah. We tired of that. We got the Haslam seats ready for somebody else. For that. All right, but so why? What's up with this comment? Why are we bashing Kyrie? Why is Kyrie?
I think he's talking about his quotes. That's what I think he's talking about. Yeah.
Well, we know Kyrie's. He has a philosophical mind. His mind is always going to change depending on how he feels. And I personally have nothing. No, I have no issue with that. But Mark Cuban, this is on you. I'm putting this all on you, Mark Cuban. You knew your team was better the way you had it with Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith. Your team was better at that moment. You had no reason to go trade for Kyrie Irving. You traded away your best defender. Now, Kyrie is great. He's my favorite point guard in the league. But Kyrie is not going to play the kind of defense you traded away. This is why when y'all remember that segment we had when who we thought was going to come out of the West, what was the threat, and I picked Phoenix, even though they lost a defensive player. This is why I didn't pick Dallas.
Yeah, you did.
This is absolutely why I didn't pick Dallas, because Dallas have absolutely no defense. And Jason Kidd, this is not his first time having a superstar caliber player on his team, and he didn't know what to do with it. He was there when Giannis was there. And what happened when Milwaukee when he was there? He got let go.
Yep.
Wasn't he also the head coach that was there when they went and traded for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett? And what happened to that team?
He dropped the cup on the court.
So my question is, why is Jason Kidd? Why did he even get another opportunity? That's just me. He showed twice that he couldn't get it done.
Dang.
And you expect him to do it now with Luka Doncic? No, I think you were better off keeping Rick Carlisle than going for Jason Kidd. Which one of those teams has a championship as a head coach? Rick Carlisle.
Took him a while.
Took him a while, but is Jason Kidd even going to get there?
Western Conference Finals last year.
Yeah, that was last year, but now look what's going on this year.
Indiana. My bad.
They ain't going
I mean,
sorry,
hey,
Ty.
I'm just
sorry, Tommy.
But he to me, he not it. He's probably a great assistant coach. And Joe, I agree with you. I think he was a great assistant coach when it came with the Lakers in that bubble championship. I think he was one of the big reasons why they won that title. But other than that, I don't think he did. I don't think. Not saying that he shouldn't get another chance. So let me stop that. I believe he should get another chance, but I just don't think he fits this team right now.
So
you go from the 4th seed all the way to 11. But I'm mainly putting this on Mark Cuban. I think Mark Cuban just made a bad management decision. I think he made a bad management decision. I'm not blaming this all on Jason Kidd. I'm just saying he's been there. He's been the head coach twice, and he didn't do nothing with them. That's all I'm really pointing out. But Mark Cuban, you got to make better decisions, man. You got to make better decisions. I don't see why you thought this would be a good move. Now I understand Kyrie is a great player, but the kind of player he is, it doesn't mesh well with who you have as a superstar. These are two players who are dominant with the ball. Even though Luka is more, I mean, can you really say Luka's more of a passer than Kyrie? Can you really say that?
Half court.
I mean, yes.
So Luka better passer than Kyrie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Luka's a great passer.
Yeah, you're right. But I don't know. When this first happened, I thought it was going to be an exciting offense, but I just knew they weren't going to be able to stop anybody. So, Mark Cuban, be here on Thursday.
So real quick. So Jay Kidd, right? Because we're not gonna let Luka off the hook with this one. But before I get to Luka real quick, Jay Kidd, right? When I went last year, also in the playoffs, I also mentioned get the ball out of Luka's hands and put it in Dinwiddie's hands. Let Dinwiddie run a point sometime. Do y'all know since Dinwiddie been with the Nets? All right, 10 assist games, 10. Guess how many games he had with the Mavericks, y'all? Dos.
2. Wow.
2. That's why I know people saying Kyrie and Luka's not a good fit. That's not true. They can definitely fit, but that's when coaching comes in. Now Luka Doncic. We had a big debate about you and James Harden in the chat. I mean, we was backing you up, man. We was like, man, Luka dog, Luka this, Luka that. Bro, from my TV screen, you demotivate me. If that's a word. Right? I'm not motivated when I watch you. When something bad happens, you got your head down. You're complaining. You're getting back on defense slow. Do y'all know it's a crazy stat, y'all? Do y'all know that Luka, based on the numbers, has the worst fast break defense in NBA history?
I could see it.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, I could see it.
Like, as a leader of the team, you gotta be energized, not be like a firecracker, but you can't show hurt. You can't. That's in anything in leadership. You can't show hurt. This dude complain all the time. I swear, like when I'm watching him play, man, I get depressed. Sometimes I get depressed. After every play, he's like head down, doing this, moving slow, sluggish, and he said he's not having fun. I mean, I don't know what you got going on in your personal life, but this is your job. When you step in those 4 lines, everything else go out the window, and we gotta ball out, man. You can't pay millions of dollars. You gotta block stuff out. I don't know what he's going through, y'all, but everybody's going through something. You know what somebody told me? They know about this. Somebody told me this time, everybody's going through something. Guess what? Nobody cares. At the end of the day, you gotta get the job done. Somebody told me that straight up.
But Tupac cares. But Tupac cares. If don't nobody else cares.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's going through something, and then guess what? Somebody else told me this too. All right. No, I'm not gonna go there. That's too deep, y'all. I'm not gonna go there. All right. But everybody's going through something. Nobody cares. You gotta get the job done. I remember Mike Beasley. If y'all ever saw Mike Beasley interview with the Pivot, shout out to the Pivot.
Man,
this dude was like, man, my mom died. And I was still going to the games. Right? Yeah. You gotta block that when you on between those 4 lines. You gotta put that stuff to the side. You really do. Now, in the press conference, you can say what you want, but when you in that game as a leader, man, you gotta show no hurt. You got to be an example. All right. So this game is about energy. Mike Brown said it. Sorry, he said all the time, right? You gotta come out with energy in that first quarter. You can't let people get too comfortable out there. No. All right. So Luka, I'm not letting you off the hook. They still got an wincy, little bit chance to turn around, which I think they won't. Now y'all talking about taking because y'all got a top 10 protected pick. If y'all don't hit top 10, y'all lose y'all pick to the New York Knicks for Porzingis. For that Porzingis trade.
Thank you. So, I'm glad you said that. Because that's another player that was there with Luka, and then he left. And look who's having another good season. I mean, the Wizards aren't where they at, but if you look at Porzingis' numbers, he's having one of his best seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Brunson, once he left, having one of his best seasons. So, like I said, it's a jumbo pot. And like I think Luka has a little bit to do with this. Like, I think him and Kyrie being in the same facility has woken up the NBA to be like, I don't think Kyrie that bad, bro. Because it can't be him. Like, you see that now, everybody like, it ain't him. But what is it? Nobody really wants to point the finger. Everybody finding like Jason Kidd. I really think it's Luka and Mark Cuban. Them two.
He got Rick Carlisle out of there too.
That's why Rick Carlisle left, because he was trying to coach him the right way and he ain't like it. Hey, I mean, love that. Hey, we can go to the next topic.
Josh Allen. Wow.
I was gonna say this.
I wasn't expecting that.
I was gonna say this because Kev in the comments, I'm like, I mean, what more could you expect though? It's a typical Dallas team. They're gonna do this to you. They're gonna get your hopes up and then they're gonna let you down. So welcome to Dallas, Kev.
All right, y'all.